Hey, what's up, everyone? Long here, and I just got back from watching Deadpool and Wolverine. And to be fair, I had a great time watching this darn movie. Now, I know, it is distributed by Walt Disney, and Marvel really crapped the bed many times over, especially with this latest phase of the MCU. Everything has gone wokeified, and everything has really gone to trash, gone to hell. So it only makes sense to basically skewer the MCU for all the damage it has done to its own brand, to the Marvel brand, and yeah, in terms of comics, movies, and more importantly, the fans that's supposed to try to cater to. However, Deadpool and Wolverine is very well aware of this, and it is very well lit throughout the movie, and I quite freaking love it. I love how much it skewers, it skewers, like all the controversies that have happened. If you haven't yet, go ahead and go out and see it. It is actually incredibly safe to watch. You might be annoyed in some instances, but otherwise, it is actually. I didn't really find it to be all too terribly annoying. I actually enjoyed it through a lot of the movie, and I think Ryan Reynolds did an incredible job bringing this movie together, especially with all the nonsense that he had to go through just to get this movie to happen, and even more so with the dream team up with Hugh Jackman, basically our most favorite. Wolverine, Logan. Yeah, let's get on with the movie here. So Deadpool. It's been many years since Deadpool had a movie, and he's quite well aware of that. So, needless to say, he has gone through many different life changes, and eventually but he still has his friends, and those friends are who are like make up like the reason why he does what he does. It's incredible. I love that he does this, but he's got a lot of things that I'm not going to really talk about here. I'll probably talk about it in spoilers. I'll give you all a week to come on back, and then we'll hash this out together. It's honestly quite some really good stuff right here. Deadpool has his encounter with the TVA, the Time Variance Authority, that nefarious agency from Loki. Basically, they prune timelines, and they try to fix the timelines when people mess around with it, like Loki did before, and when Deadpool messed around with it. But anyway, I heard about I didn't get a chance to watch Loki. When it becomes available to watch outside of Disney Plus, then I will consider watching it. I heard it was pretty good though. I heard it was really good. I just don't like to subscribe to Disney. The TVA has tasked Deadpool to do things and to basically save the day essentially, and this leads to Deadpool seeking out Logan. So for a lot of different circumstances, I'm actually speaking around in circles to try to avoid spoilers. He does end up finally meeting Logan, and let's just say that they basically do this. They don't. So Deadpool is quite excited, although he's also very desperate. And then Logan just does not care at all. He's not even sure why he's messing around with Deadpool. But eventually they hang out for a long time. They end up having to team up with each other, and then eventually they eventually build up this rapport, and I absolutely do love the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I think this team up was way long overdue. This is easily the best thing that has happened out of out of any Marvel movie. Never mind an MCU movie. I don't even know how closely related the MCU is, except that it's spoken in a perspective that is so freaking hilarious. I absolutely love Ryan Reynolds and his scathing humor for it. It's amazing. I freaking love it. And Hugh Jackman does a really incredible job. I don't think he ever left the Logan role, because he basically is Wolverine. He is the actual Wolverine, and not the Wolverine that is going to be skewered in video games later on. So It's what it is. But I freaking love that Logan that the Logan is back. Finally team up, and then they made like a rogues gallery of like cameos and like moments from the past, and it's so cool, and it's actually quite so awesome. I very much love that there's a like when they come in, all of these cameos and these moments, they do feel like, okay, yeah, so you remember us, right? You remember us, like we were there before. We were there for each other when you were a kid, when you were a teenager. Like, even if you were like an older person and you were watching all this stuff, it yeah, you and me. You and me, freaking, we miss you so much. Oh, it's so good to have you back. And that's exactly how I felt. I mean, like, it was just like, whoa, this is so good. The cameos I've never felt. Some of them actually surprised me a lot, and I pretty much was like laughing throughout like most of the movie. It was incredible, and then they even had the like poignant moments where things have happened in the past, and then like they look back on it, and then they just say they allow those moments to kind of grow in them and just give them the realization that, okay, so this is who we are now because of what's happened back then, and not just like like figuratively, like in the movies or like any sort of like a cinematic unit, like timeline, but in general, like there's a lot of connection to like how all the roller coasters that the Marvel movie like universe have kind of gone through. Lots of ups and downs and tons of cameos that I spotted that only were there for like a few seconds, but I'm just amazed about the amount of detail that went into this, and I'm very happy about it. I know that a lot of YouTubers had commented on like some of these plots kind of like meander for a very long time, but to me it made a lot of sense. There were only a couple of times where I was taken aback. And I didn't quite get what was going on. I scratched my head a couple times, but overall, I actually was engaged for about 95% of the movie, with the other 5% being, huh? What's going on here? But what's also quite heartening was not just the plot line, like whatever, it's what it is. It's throwaway. But basically, the plot really serves as a vehicle to just serve us up with like some really endearing characters that we've grown to like really like enjoy. Whose time like we were like best buds like in the first couple of Deadpool movies, and then we get some like throwbacks from past movies during the Fox era, and there were a lot of core memories that were unlocked that I honestly wished like the never ended. So I was just quite happy with how everything turned out. There's even a cameo that I cannot discuss, but I was quite thrilled. I was honestly very surprised with how well that particular cameo worked out, and I think I'm going to go ahead and save that for spoilers as well. The action is fan-freaking-tastic. I think there is a lot of blood and gore that goes on here, and it makes and actually like it really does a great job of like just making the action believable in a comic book setting. I very much loved the action. The powers made a lot of sense. Oh, excuse me, I just got done eating. My bad. The powers made a lot of sense. The combat made a lot of sense. The characters were quite awesome. I think that there was like only like a couple times where they're overpowered, but it does serve the plot. The main villain, it's like whatever. The movie actually does a great job just putting a smile on my face. It actually makes me happy that I spent a little over $20 to watch a matinee IMAX cameo. Excuse me. Matinee, not cameo. My brain was like stuck on cameo mode when it should have gone to matinee, which unfortunately is getting more expensive. Maybe it's just because I watched IMAX instead of like the original quality, like of the that you would normally see in theaters. But I did watch it on IMAX. I honestly think it was worth it. But if you want to see this movie and see your like childhood favorite superheroes, like an anti-hero, of course, like Deadpool and Wolverine, then don't be don't worry about like supporting the MCU. The health of the MCU. I mean, like, it is what it is. It's more or less a love letter. It does not do anything to save the MCU. It just simply, all it does is just it skewers it. It's basically attending a roast of the MCU and a roast of everything that's going on. Overall, I'm going to give it so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, I would say I'm going to give this movie a 9. Basically it does nothing to to restore your faith in the MCU. It's basically more or less a love letter, and it's basically a farewell to things of the past that we used to enjoy in our younger days. I'm basically an adult now. I'm no longer like that giddy kid who was just like all struck by like comic books coming to life on the silver screen. And now I'm much older. I've become much more aware of the ever-changing business climate, the political climate, the cultural climate. It's just it gets tiring, but at the end of the day, you have to you do have to wake up to that whole like reality that this is how it is, and just be thankful that it happened when it happened, and just enjoy those moments, and then just move on. That's basically all we can do. Anyway, I'll give you all a week to catch up, and if you want to just come back for spoilers, feel free to do so. Having said that, thank you so much for watching this review. If you would like to see, if you like this video, please do give it a like, and then dislike it if you didn't, and then comment down below as to what you enjoyed about it, what you didn't enjoy. If you want to see more content like this, please do consider subscribing to my channel and then hitting the notification bell. I also do just dances, like in shorts and sometimes in full length videos. Like I still cover Just Dance. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Hope to see you all next week. Hang loose.